Hello, I'm Haider Malik, host of the Mehmi Financial Group podcast. Today's topic is Surrey's development boom, working capital for construction firms. With high-rise condos, mixed-use towers, and transit extensions fueling growth, Surrey contractors need reliable cash to cover payroll, materials, and mobilization, especially when progress draws lag. Here's how to layer working capital tools to keep your crews building. 1. Receivables-based line of credit. Structure. Pledge your approved invoices, foundation pours, concrete cores, facade installs to a lender who advances up to 80% of receivable value. Benefit. Draw funds in 24-48 hours to cover supplier deposits or crew wages instead of waiting 30-60 days. Tip. Prioritize long-term developers and municipal draws to maximize advance rates and minimize review time. And 2. Equipment line of credit, ELOC. Structure. Use owned gear, dump trucks, pumps, aerial lifts as collateral for a revolving facility. Advance rates run 60 to 75% of appraised value. Benefit. Draw, repay, and redraw as needed. Interest accrues only on outstanding balances, preserving cash in slower months. Tip. Combine with your receivables line to create a blended liquidity pool for mobilization and change order surges. 3. Invoice factoring. Structure. Sell your invoices to a factor at an 80-90% advance. The factor handles collections and remits the remainder minus a fee, 1 to 3%. Benefit. Frees up cash immediately and outsources credit risk. Critical when rapid project expansion strains administrative capacity. Tip. Negotiate non-recourse terms to protect your firm if a client delays or disputes payment. 4. Vendor and supplier terms. Structure. Negotiate extended payment terms, 60-90 days, on bulk orders, rebar, formwork, finishes, by committing to volume buys. Benefit. Defers major outlays, steel beams, curtain wall panels, without tapping credit lines. Tip. Lock in early order discounts by sequencing purchases to off-peak supplier schedules. 5. Sale leaseback of late model assets. Structure. Sell owned excavators or telehandlers to a financer for 70-85% of FMV, then lease them back under an operating lease. Benefit. Unlocks equity to fund project bids or workforce expansion while crews keep using the same machines. Tip. Use proceeds to invest in GPS telematics or site safety upgrades that boost bid success. 6. Government and industry programs. Federal. Canada Small Business. Financing program shares lender risk on loans up to $1 million, lowering rates and collateral needs. Provincial. BC's Stronger BC grants offer repayable contributions for infrastructure and modular housing projects, perfect for Surrey's rapid build corridor. Tip. Align loan or lease draws to follow grant disbursements to avoid tying up your cash. 7. Cash flow management best practices. 1. Accurate forecasting. Map your next 6 months of outflows, payroll, materials, subtrades against expected draws and change orders. 2. Staggered payables. Negotiate milestone-based payments with key suppliers to smooth peaks and valleys in outflow timing. 3. Metric monitoring. Track DSO and DPO monthly. Aim to keep DSO at least 5 days below DPO to maintain a positive cash cycle. 3 action steps. 1. Audit receivables and assets. List your top 5 clients by invoice volume and 3 to 5 key machines. Obtain preliminary valuations and aging reports. 2. Solicit proposals. Request term sheets for receivables lines, e-lokies, factoring, sale leasebacks and vendor programs. Compare advance rates, fees and term flexibility. 3. Model scenarios. Simulate a 30-day payment delay or 20% project change surge to ensure your blended financing covers peak to off-peak gaps. By layering receivables lines, ELOCs, factoring, vendor terms, sale leasebacks, and government supports, and by rigorously managing payables, you'll build a resilient working capital framework that powers Surrey's development boom. I'm Haider Malik. Thanks for listening.